Hey all, checking in. Proof of life. I'm here. I took yesterday off. Somebody will be very pleased to know that I did not plan or pack or check email or do anything except what I wanted to do yesterday. This is self-care, I suppose. I went to the gym for a few hours and I'm back at it today though. I'm going to be checking on the RSVPs for the memorial next Sunday, the 4th at 5 p.m. Central. I'm going to be planning the order of the memorial ceremony and following up on a bunch of emails that I have not engaged yesterday. So yesterday was day off, 7th day, Sabbath, right? That's how I was raised in what I call a food cult. One of the reasons why I remain a vegetarian, because that part stuck. But I also do try to take off one day per week, the 7th day. I did go to church today, first day, beautiful church, the site of our memorial next Sunday, the 4th. Met some of the folks there who will be helping us, who are helping us. It was really great. Saw Shekinah and her family there. I was not planning to. We hadn't coordinated, but it was really great to meet everybody. I just got some Starbucks and it's on my shirt here. Like I said, I'm about to head over to the apartment and re-engage. There's a lot of stuff that one person can cram into a one-bedroom apartment, as you may be familiar. Just calls to mind my own house, which is quite a bit bigger, and that just means there's room for more stuff. So when I get back to Tennessee, I really want to put all that in order. Right now, it's trying to order and find disposition for all of Dan's stuff. It's really the strangest, most surreal feeling to sift through all these belongings and at the same time be sifting through all the attendant emotions that go along with the belongings, the emotions, the memories. A lot of these things have memories attached to them, a lot of emotions, which makes it difficult in some ways. The more I can immerse myself in the process, the easier it is. If I just look at it as a project as opposed to like the final send-off for Dan. That seems to be better. And I know some of you are probably interested in Dan's life and death and post-death because you have your own terminal diagnoses or cancer diagnoses, or those of a loved one or friend that you're going through right now. And I want to encourage you, as I said last time, that from my perspective, this whole process is a lot easier going through it day by day from the inside. Much worse was looking ahead and anticipating it and creating scenarios in my head of what it was going to be like. While there's always some truth to those scenarios, in reality, I find that it's a lot easier to do things when I have stuff to do besides just think about it. It's its own struggle, to be sure, but it's a lot more tolerable, a lot more endurable when I'm in it. And if you're wondering how it's going to be for you, maybe I will just suggest and project onto your situation that this would be true for you as well. Like, plan, yes. Think about what you'll do, yes. Communicate, absolutely. But from my perspective, rest assured that when you are in it, it can be very tolerable, and it's even sweet at times because all the people who love Dan have come out of the woodwork. It's people I never knew. I mean, from my perspective, they come out of the woodwork. In reality, they were always around. I just didn't know most of them, and so it's really quite a beautiful process. And I think that in our disposable society, we want to just shorten that oftentimes for obvious reasons. It's painful. It is painful to contemplate. It's painful to endure. And I think the antidote to that is to care for loved ones while they're passing, to ensure that they're not suffering. There's no point to their suffering. It's not ennobling at that point, unless it has to be. If it has to be, it has to be. But for us, most of us, nobody needs to suffer on their way from this life into death. So it is quite a beautiful transformational healing process, and I feel so grateful to have been present at his bedside as he died. Really remarkable. Like, I don't know, and I owe you all, by the way, I read the comments, and so many people were commenting when I said, oh, I'm only here for a week, I've got to go back to Tennessee, and some of you were like, John, why don't you just stay? You won't regret it. And I read those, and I read about 10 of those, and I was like, hey, maybe I'll stay. And I did not mind it, didn't regret it. It was a unique experience, and I don't know how many of those experiences I'll have in my life. It's the first one in all my years, and it was very meaningful. My brother Dan, as he passed, what sticks in my mind are the goosebumps on his arms and legs as he died. It's very strange. What is that? So, grateful for your comments. I pay attention to them. They're very instructive. And I also want to encourage you that if you're struggling with the anticipation or the anxiety that comes along with death or diagnosis, you or a loved one, I believe that you can do it, because I'm doing it. Anyway, I'm going back to the apartment just now after church and Starbucks, and we're going to plan some more and going to try to figure out his apartment and navigate all sorts of that other stuff. I want to take a pause before I started that again, reconnect with you, and wish you well. I'm sure I'll be in touch. See ya.